Hello guys, how are y'all? Don't feel obligated to tell me how cute I look because I know already this hat is the bomb. I wanted to show you guys how I use my detox mask. I have practiced with it some more and I realized that I can actually get more benefit out of it if I want. So this is what we're gonna do. The first thing I do is I make sure my face is really wet. Okay, so right now I have a washcloth. I usually do this in the bath or the shower, just because it's a little easier for me to do there. Like really wet, not damp, wet. So there we go. When I'm taking the detox mask out, I want to make sure that I'm using something that I'm not going to double dip with. Okay, so you don't want to get water or your fingers into this because it'll make it activate inside the container and waste your product. Sorry, I have a kitty. Hi kitty. She follows me everywhere. She's literally my little black shadow. So I use a foundation brush. You can use a plastic spoon, you can use a regular spoon, whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna get a good amount on it because I don't want to double dip. My face is already getting a little dry, so let me make sure it's really wet. I haven't noticed if the water has to be warm or cold, but I usually use warm water. Okay, so I'm gonna start applying this, and I dropped it. Another reason I do this in the bathtub. Got a little bit. As fast as I can. So it's gonna be a little messy. Doesn't have to be pretty. And I can already hear it bubbling up. If you're doing it right, it will turn from black to gray, okay? If you're not using enough water, it will just stay black. And you won't hear the sounds either. Okay. I'm adding a little water to my brush so I don't waste the rest of the product and putting it down to my neck, what's left on this brush. You can do this anywhere in your body that you have toxins. So bottoms of your feet, your armpits, your face, those are places. Okay, I don't know if you can hear this, if I can stop talking, but can you see? So you can see how it's turning from black, this is the color it was, to this gray. And you can see the bubbles. 5 minutes like that. So it's detoxing and it's also adding oxygen back into your skin, which will help it look more moist, firmer, younger, more refreshed. It will pull out the toxins, so if you have some underlying acne that hasn't surfaced yet, it will bring that out. So if you have some breakouts, that's normal. That means you had some toxins that you needed to get out of your system. So typically, if you do have breakouts, they may last off and on for up to 2 weeks before your skin fully clears up, but you need to do it at least twice a week. Some people do it up to 3 times a week. I would not do this every day. You don't need to detox every day. But typically, this will last me a couple of months, and both my daughters use it as well. It's a great product. Can you see this is turning gray? Okay, so now what I do, when I stop hearing a bubble, I can hear it bubble a little tiny bit. I wish y'all could hear it. It's like Rice Krispie treats. If I stop hearing it bubble, then I take some water and put it on my hands. And I literally rub it all around. You'll actually hear it kind of pop everywhere the bubbles have already started. And you'll get another layer of activation. Look at that. It's all gonna start bubbling again. So for me, I really like the bubbles. I don't know if it makes much difference to get the bubbles a second time, but it certainly feels much better. So look at how gray that's getting. Like super gray. That's all bubbles. Can you see it? Amazing stuff. So if you use this product the right way, you're definitely going to be able to tell a difference if it's a product you've used before and you haven't felt like it's activating or making sounds like you would expect or feeling like you would expect, then you need to just make sure you add more water. And again, do not put anything into the container that is wet or porous, because you don't want to activate it and waste it. This is almost empty, and you can tell it still activates completely fine. There is a little cap that goes on the top that you want to make sure goes back in it. Again, don't let it be wet. And then a double seal, so it will last you as long as you need it. So once it's done, oh, my cats are opening the door. They're magic. Once it's done, you can get a washcloth. I normally wait 5 minutes, but I'm not, just for the sake of time. It's actually been at 5 minutes and a half. And I just wipe it right off of my face. You can actually just rinse it off if you're gonna do this in the shower. And it doesn't burn or sting. You don't have to worry about ripping it off your face like those other black masks that you've seen. I mean, if you want a face wax, I would recommend those other masks. But if you really just want to pamper yourself and have your skin feel good, be healthier in the long run, this detox mask is the way to go. So that's how you do it. Any questions? Come find me.